Welcome back, brave explorers. Last we left our friends, they had just stepped inside the shadowy halls of Bark Manor. But the real mysteries were only beginning. Earlier in the evening, the pups had entered the dimly lit halls of Bark Manor. Dust was swirling in the moonlight that was streaming through tall, broken windows, and the sound of creaking floorboards echoed ominously. Cobwebs hung from door frames, and the air seemed colder than before, filled with a lingering sense of mystery. The dogs were now spending the night inside the manor, their bravery tested by its eerie secrets. The dogs had prepared for this adventure before they stepped into the manor. Earlier in the evening, they carefully hid their treats throughout the darkened halls, tucking biscuits, kibble, and chews into shadowy corners, under dusty tables, and behind half-open doors. It was a ritual to make the manor feel like home, familiar and welcoming despite its spooky aura. They believed these hidden snacks would be a comforting reward during their exploration. It was midnight, the witching hour, when the first mysterious sound broke the silence. It wasn't a loud noise, just a faint whisper that seemed to float through the still air. The dogs' ears perked up sharply, tails hesitating as they strained to identify the source. It was too soft to be the wind, too deliberate to be random. They hesitated for a moment, then gathered their courage and began to follow the sound, their paws padding softly across the cold stone floor. Was it just the wind? Or perhaps something more? The dogs moved cautiously through the manor, noses sniffing the air and eyes alert for any movement. The whisper grew into a low howl that seemed to echo through the walls, making the dogs pause and glance around. They approached darkened doorways and creaky staircases, but each time they got close, the sound seemed to slip away, vanishing into the very walls of the manor. But the strange noises were just the beginning. As the dogs explored further, something more puzzling occurred. Treats they had carefully hidden in secret spots began to disappear, as if whisked away by ghostly paws. A biscuit here, a kibble there, gone without a trace. The treats seemed to vanish the moment they turned their backs, as if swept away by an unseen paw. Then the most chilling clue of all appeared. Phantom paw prints, muddy, uneven, and strange, materialized on the dusty floors. They seemed to come from nowhere, winding through the darkened halls and disappearing into forgotten rooms. The prints were larger than any the dogs had ever seen, as if a creature from another time had walked through the manor. The dogs' noses pressed to the ground as they followed the strange trail, navigating through long hallways, around spooky obstacles, and into rooms that seemed colder than the rest. Their tails were held high, their steps cautious but determined. Each print they sniffed seemed to reveal a new mystery. Where had these tracks come from? Who or what had left them? As the dogs reached the end of the mysterious paw print trail, they found themselves back where they started, still surrounded by the manor's dark secrets. Despite the eerie events and unanswered questions, their spirits remained unbroken. They had faced the strange noises, the vanishing treats, and the phantom paw prints with courage and curiosity. But the story does not end here. There are more shadows to chase, more secrets to uncover. Will our brave adventurers solve the mysteries of Bark Manor, or will the manor's secrets remain hidden in the darkness? Join us again if you dare, and remember, keep your ears open for the strange noises that echo in the night.